Hello, my dear friend and companion. Thank you for taking this precious time to be here with me in this present moment. Before we begin, I would like to invite you to reflect on an experience that perhaps every single one of us has gone through at least once. Have you ever driven on a familiar highway? Maybe the route to work every day, or the road to the grocery store on weekends? And then, upon arriving, you turn off the ignition and suddenly realize with a start, you don't remember anything about the road you just traveled. You don't recall how many times you hit the brakes. You don't remember how many red lights you passed, nor do you remember if the sky was blue or gray. The car kept running, the wheels kept turning, everything happened smoothly. But your mind was simply not there. Your mind was likely busy in a debate with the past, or lost in worry about a future plan. Science calls this state autopilot. It is when the body performs the functions of life, but consciousness is not at home. And my friend, the sad truth is, for so many of us, especially as we step into our later years, we don't just drive in autopilot, we are living our entire lives in that mode. Just look back for a moment. How many meals have you put food in your mouth without truly tasting the sweetness of the rice or the freshness of the greens, simply because you were busy watching the news on TV? How many times have you touched a loved one or walked in the park without truly feeling the warmth of their skin or the support of the solid earth beneath your feet? We live most of our time in the head, in endless streams of thought. And unintentionally, we turn this body, the sacred home where our soul resides, into a stranger. We treat the body like a vehicle, an old taxi whose only job is to transport the head from point A to point B. We forget it, we neglect it, and just like an abandoned child, the body begins to speak up to regain your attention. That aching lower back, the numbness in your knees, or that heavy feeling in your chest. Sometimes these aren't just medical conditions. They are a cry for help. It is the body screaming, "Hey, I am here, I am in pain. Please come back and take care of me." This disconnection between body and mind is the deep source of the insecurity and emptiness that many seniors face today. Even if we have material comfort, if we do not truly inhabit our own bodies, we will always feel that something is missing. We are alive, but we don't truly feel alive. So today's practice, the body scan, is not merely a relaxation exercise for better sleep. It is much deeper than that. This is the journey of turning off autopilot. This is the journey where we take back the steering wheel, turning off the noise of worried thoughts to truly drive the car of our life in every single moment. Together, we will take a trip along the length of the body, from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. We do this not to judge what is broken or what is aging. We go to visit. We go to reconnect the lines of communication that have been broken between the brain and the limbs. We go to bring the light of awareness into the darkest, most painful corners. When you bring your full attention to the body, a miracle happens. The wandering thoughts will automatically stop. Just like a plane landing safely on a runway, your mind will find an anchor. And right in that connection, healing begins. Age may slow this body down, but it cannot stop you from feeling life deeply and brilliantly. Now let's put aside all anxieties. Put aside the titles, the roles, and the responsibilities you are carrying. For the next 15 minutes, there is no past, no future. There is only you in this body, here and now. Are you ready to come home? Let's begin by finding the most comfortable position you can choose. My dear friend, perhaps right now, a question is arising in your mind. Why is feeling my toes or my knees so important? I've lived with this body for 70 years. I know exactly where it hurts. Why waste time scanning it again? That is a very fair question. And to answer it, I would like to invite you to look deep inside our control center, the brain. Modern neuroscience has discovered a fascinating truth. Our brain has two main modes of operation, but they cannot function at the same time. The first mode, as I mentioned, is the default mode network. Imagine this as a time machine. When you are in this mode, your mind is not in the present. It flies back to the past to chew on regrets. If only I had done things differently. Or it flies to the future to paint scenarios of anxiety. What if my health gets worse? What if my children don't take care of me? This state consumes a tremendous amount of energy and is the root source of chronic stress. But the good news is, we have a second mode. Science calls it the direct experience network. This mode is activated immediately when you pay attention to your senses. The very moment you truly feel the cool air touching your skin, or feel the weight of your body on the chair, that time machine is forced to stop. You cannot worry about tomorrow and truly feel your little toe at the same time. The brain simply doesn't allow it. Therefore, the body scan technique is not just relaxation, it is a biological switch. Every time you bring your attention to the body, you are actively flipping off the breaker of anxiety and flipping on the breaker of peace. Especially at our age, as the nerve cells begin to age, our ability to sense the body, called interoception, often declines. This is like a GPS system losing its signal. We become prone to falling, dropping things, and feeling estranged from ourselves. This practice is how we maintain that GPS system, helping the brain redraw a sharper, more accurate map of the body. You are training your brain even while you are lying still. That is the miracle of neuroplasticity, affirming that the senior brain can still change and grow every single day. And there is one more important thing I want to talk about: pain. I know many of us hesitate to do a body scan because we are afraid to face the aches and pains. I can barely ignore it, and now you want me to focus on it? But did you know the Buddha, a master of psychotherapy, once taught the metaphor of the two arrows? When you have back pain, that is the first arrow. That is pure physical pain. It is real and it is unpleasant. But immediately after, our mind usually shoots a second arrow. That is the psychological reaction. Why me? This pain is going to kill me. I hate this back. The second arrow carries fear, anger, and resistance. And it is this second arrow that truly makes us suffer, making the pain lingering and more severe. Western science agrees with this. When you fear pain, the amygdala in the brain sounds an alarm, causing muscles to tighten around the painful area, restricting blood flow, and the result is you hurt more. It's a vicious cycle. In the upcoming practice, we will learn to receive only the first arrow. We will visit the pain, but not with the attitude of a judge sentencing a crime. We will visit with the attitude of a kind grandmother looking at a crying grandchild. We don't try to force the child to stop crying immediately, nor do we scold them. We simply are there, soothingly saying, "Grandma knows you hurt. Grandma is here." That gentle attention, strangely enough, is the most powerful painkiller. When resistance dissolves, the pain often softens, or at least it no longer has the power to control your emotions. You have pain, but you do not suffer. So before we begin, I invite you to set an intention for this practice. View this journey as taking a walk in your own garden. There will be beds of beautiful roses. Those are the healthy, pleasant parts of the body. Enjoy them. But there will also be corners full of weeds, thorns, or broken branches. Those are the areas of pain and illness. Do not rush to grab a shovel to dig them up or chop them down. For the next 20 minutes, our job is not to be a hardworking gardener. Our job is simply to be an observer. We walk, we see a flower, we know it is a flower. We see a thorn, we know it is a thorn. All are welcome. All are part of the life unfolding within you. Allow yourself to be curious. Ask yourself, this tingling sensation, is it hot or cold? Is it spreading or shrinking? Is it still or moving? When you shift from a state of hating to a state of curiosity, you have already conquered fear. And finally, please do not try too hard. We Americans often have a culture of no pain, no gain. We strive in work, we strive in exercise. But in meditation, effort can sometimes be a barrier. If you try to relax, you will become tense. If you try to stop the pain, you will be disappointed. Let go of the trying. Let everything be as natural as your breath. If your mind happens to wander, and it surely will wander, do not blame yourself. Just smile gently. Acknowledge that, I was thinking. And then gently, very gently, take the hand of your attention and lead it back to the body. 1,000 times the mind wanders is 1,000 opportunities for you to practice patience with yourself. Now let's prepare the most comfortable position for yourself. You can lie on your back on the bed, on the floor, or sit in a soft armchair. If lying down, let your legs separate slightly, arms resting along your sides, palms facing up as a gesture of receiving. If needed, place a thin pillow under your head or under your knees so your lower back can fully relax. Cover yourself with a thin blanket if you feel cold, as body temperature tends to drop slightly during relaxation. Make sure that for the next 15 to 20 minutes, you will not be disturbed. This is a private date between you and the most important person in your life. Are you ready? Slowly, gently close your eyes. Let the outside world recede. Let the surrounding sounds become a blurry background. Right now, there is only you, your breath, and the peace waiting to be awakened. Let's begin by feeling your breath. No need to control it. Let the breath come in and go out on its own, like a wave lapping against the shore. Now let your breath be your guide. Inhale a gentle breath and exhale, letting go of the whole body. Imagine your breath is like a warm flashlight. We will hold this light together, illuminating and visiting every room in the house of your body. Let's begin by moving your attention down as far as possible to your left foot. Bring your focus to the big toe of the left foot. Do you feel anything there? Perhaps a slight tingling, a warmth, or a coolness, or maybe just the touch of your sock against your skin? If you feel nothing at all, that is perfectly okay. Just mentally note, I am feeling nothing right now. That is also a sensation. Spread your attention to the other toes and then down to the sole of the foot. This is where thousands of nerves help you keep your balance. Feel the skin on the bottom of your foot. Is there any tightness? Exhale and visualize the sole of your foot softening, spreading out. Shift your attention to the right foot, the big toe, the little toes, and the heel. Send a silent whisper of gratitude. Thank you, feet. You have carried my entire weight through all the ups and downs of life without ever complaining. Slowly, let the light of your attention drift up to the ankles. Then float along the calves. Feel the muscles in your calves resting on the mattress. They usually have to tense up every time you walk. Now allow them to melt, soft as cooked noodles. Move up to the knees. Here they are. Two hard-working old friends. For many of us, this is a stormy region with joint pain, creaking sounds, or stiffness. If you are feeling pain in your knees, please do not frown. Do not send hatred there. Imagine your breath as a stream of warm air, entering your nose, traveling down to your lungs, and winding its way down to your knees. Breathe into the pain. Wrap the pain in tenderness, like covering it with a warm velvet blanket. Say to your knees, I know you are hurting. I am here. Can you soften just a little bit? Just a little. Feel the ligaments around the knees loosening. Loosening. Continue moving up to the thighs. Feel the weight of the femur, the largest bone in the body. Feel the back of your thighs making contact with the floor. The gravity of the earth is pulling you down. You are safe. You don't need to hold on to any weight. Move into the hips and pelvis. Science tells us the hips are a storage room for repressed emotions, fear, anxiety, or family burdens that haven't been let go. They make the hips tight. Inhale, bring new air into the pelvic bowl. And as you exhale, imagine your hips are like a lotus flower blooming. Opening, relaxing. Allow the hips to sink deeper into the mattress. Now circle your attention to the back, to the lower back. This is the area that cries for help most often at our age. Feel the natural curve of your lower back. If there is tension, use your breath to massage it. Inhale, feel the lower back expand slightly. Exhale, feel the relaxation spreading. Imagine your spine is like a string of precious pearls. The breath is weaving between each vertebra, creating little spaces, allowing the disc to rest. Move up along the spine, to the middle back, and then to the shoulder blades. Drop all burdens from your back. In this moment, you don't have to carry anyone. You only need to carry yourself. Return to the front of the body. Bring attention to the belly. Is the belly tight, or is it soft? A lot of anxiety accumulates in the gut. Soften the belly. A soft belly is the sign of a peaceful mind. Feel the rhythm, rising when inhaling, falling when exhaling. Just like waves lapping against the shore. Very steady, very natural. Move up to the chest, the home of the heart and the lungs. Feel the chest expanding to receive nourishment. And inside that chest, do you hear anything? Thump, 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 thump. That is the echo of life. Your heart is still working diligently, pumping blood to nourish every cell, even while you sleep. Take a second to smile at your heart, a smile of infinite gratitude. From the chest, let the attention flow out to the shoulders and flow down the arms, past the elbows, wrists, to the palms, and the 10 fingertips. Our hands tend to clench tight, a sign of wanting control, wanting to hold on to everything. Now actively relax the fingers. Let the hands open, soft as flower petals. The act of opening the hands is also an act of the mind. Letting go of the past, letting go of worries about your children, letting go of control. Let negative energy flow out through your 10 fingertips, out into the air, and dissolve. Feel a slight tingling or a warmth spreading in your palms. That is the flow of energy being unblocked. Finally, bring your attention back to the neck and throat. The neck is the bridge between body and mind. Swallow once gently to relax the throat. Move up to the jaw. Are you clenching your teeth? Part the teeth slightly. Relax the tongue. Move up to the eyes. Let the eyeballs rest deep in their sockets. You don't need to see anything right now. Up to the forehead. Erase the wrinkles of deep thought. Imagine your forehead is smooth and cool like the surface of an autumn lake. And finally, the crown of the head. Imagine a 1,000-petal lotus blooming right on the crown of your head, receiving the clear light of the universe. And now, widen the lens of your attention to encompass your whole body at once, from the crown of the head to the heels, from left to right, from front to back. Feel your body as one complete, unified whole. There are no longer boundaries between the hurting leg and the healthy arm. All is one. Imagine as you inhale, not only the nose inhales, but every pore on your body is inhaling fresh energy together. And as you exhale, the whole body breathes out a gray mist of fatigue, dissolving into nothingness. Inhale, freshness. Exhale, relief. Your body is now light as a feather, floating on a soft white cloud. No pain, no anxiety. Only pure peace is present. Enjoy this state. You deserve this rest. Lie still here, in the home of your own self, for a few more minutes. My dear friend, please keep your eyes softly closed and maintain that gentle connection with your body. In this vast silence, I want to invite you to contemplate something that perhaps we rarely dare to look at directly: aging. In this country, where everything operates at breakneck speed, where youth, energy, and efficiency are worshipped, we sometimes feel like obsolete machines. We look in the mirror and see wrinkles. We look at our hands and see age spots. And a quiet voice inside whispers, "I am old, I am declining, I am no longer valuable." But is that the truth? Or is that just an old pair of glasses that society has put on our eyes? Let's look at nature. A green apple is hard, crisp, and sour, but an apple that has fully ripened on the branch is soft, sweet, and fragrant. A young sapling reaches up strongly, but only an ancient tree has roots struck deep into the earth, capable of withstanding storms and providing shade for an entire forest. Your age, be it 60, 70, or 80, is the stage of the ripe apple, the stage of that ancient tree. We do not call this decline. We call this ripening. In Eastern philosophy, human life is divided into two halves. The first half of life is the yang phase, the phase of action, building, conquering, and accumulating. We use this body as a tool of labor to earn money, raise children, and build homes. We face outward. But the second half of life, the stage you are walking now, is the yin phase. This is the time to turn inward. This is not a time for doing more, doing, but a time for fuller being. Neuroscience also confirms this beauty of aging. It may be true that our brain's processing speed is not as fast as the young. That is a fact. We might forget car keys or the name of an old acquaintance. But in return, the senior brain develops a powerful capacity called crystallized intelligence. This is the ability to see the big picture. It is the ability to connect scattered dots to find the essence of a problem. It is the composure before a storm that a young person, no matter how intelligent, cannot yet possess because they lack life experience. The young may run faster, but the elder knows the shortest path. When you practice the body scan and accept the aches and pains, you are performing a spiritual alchemy. You are turning physical limitations into spiritual strength. Think of the Japanese art of kintsugi. When a precious ceramic bowl breaks, the artisan does not throw it away. They use liquid gold to rejoin the broken pieces. The bowl, once mended with those golden veins running along its body, becomes more beautiful, more valuable, and more unique than when it was whole. Your body is exactly that ceramic bowl. The scar from an old surgery, the back hunched from years of carrying burdens, the calloused hands. These are not ugliness. These are golden veins. They are the marks of sacrifice, of love, and of the resilience you have given to this life. If there were no cracks, how could the light of wisdom enter inside? So please do not hate your aging. Do not compare yourself today with yourself 20 years ago. That comparison is unfair. You 20 years ago had health, but were full of anxiety and lacked experience. You today, though your steps may be slower, possess depth, perspective, and stillness. You have transitioned from the role of a soldier on the battlefield of life to the role of an elder. An elder does not need to carry heavy loads. The mission of an elder is to transmit peace, to sit still and smile so that your children and grandchildren can see. Everything will be okay. Your peaceful presence is the greatest gift you give to your family in this world, not money or labor anymore. As you lie here, breathing and feeling your body, you are affirming to the universe, I am still here, I am still whole, and I love this existence. Feel the softening happening in your heart right now. Perhaps before starting this practice, you viewed your body as a burden, but now view your body as a soulmate. This friend is telling you a story of gratitude. It says, thank you, Master, for not abandoning me. Even though I hurt, even though I am weak, I am still trying every second to beat this heart, to breathe this air for you. A great reconciliation is taking place. There is no longer a war between you and aging. There is only mutual reliance. Enjoy the autumn of your life. Autumn is not as blazing as summer, but it has the golden color of honey sunlight, the coolness of a gentle breeze, and the leisure of all things when the harvest is done. Do not regret the spring that has passed. Live brilliantly in the autumn of the present. And now hold on to this feeling of appreciation, love, and acceptance. As we gently bring this journey to a close with a soft invitation. My dear friend, now slowly, very slowly, bring your mind back to this room. Do not open your eyes just yet. Hold on to that inner peace for just a little longer. Listen to the sounds around you. It might be the distant traffic, the whirring of a fan, or the ticking of a clock. Those sounds are signs that life is unfolding. and you are a beautiful part of it. Start to awaken the body with the smallest of movements. Gently wiggle your 10 toes. Softly move your 10 fingers. Feel the life flowing back into your limbs. If you wish, you can gently turn your head to the left and then to the right to awaken the neck. Now take a deep breath in, stretch your arms over your head, and stretch your entire body like a cat just waking up from a delicious afternoon nap. Stretch and exhale strongly through your mouth. Release the whole body. And when you feel ready, only when you are truly ready, gently open your eyes. Let the light enter your eyes very slowly. Look at the ceiling. Look at the familiar objects around you with a fresh pair of eyes. Eyes that have just been washed clean by mindfulness. Safety instruction. If you are lying down, please do not sit up abruptly. Our nervous system needs time to adjust. Please roll over to your right side, curl your knees up, use your arm as a pillow, and lie in the fetal position for a few seconds. This is the posture of safety and renewal. Then, use your hands to push against the floor to slowly lift yourself up to a sitting position. Take your time. We have nowhere to rush to. Welcome back. Let's take a moment to check in with yourself. How do you feel right now compared to 20 minutes ago? Perhaps the back pain is still there, but has the annoyance and frustration accompanying it faded a little? Perhaps your mind still has worries, but is the cloud of thoughts a little less dense? If you feel even 1% lighter, then congratulations. You have just performed a successful surgery for the soul without any scalpels. You have succeeded in turning off autopilot to truly inhabit the home of your body. You know, meditation is not about trying to escape reality to float away to some distant place. Meditation is practicing to live better, right in the midst of ordinary life. The feeling of peace you have right now, it does not come from my voice, nor does it come from the music. It comes from inside you. It has always been there, just covered by the dust of busyness and anxiety for so long. Today, you have wiped that dust away with your own hands. I have a small invitation, a fun little homework assignment for you. We cannot lie in meditation all day, but we can bring the spirit of the body scan into our daily lives. For the next 24 hours, try practicing little stops. Every time you switch activities, for example, from watching TV to standing up to go to the kitchen or opening the door to water the garden, stop for 3 seconds. In those 3 seconds, take one breath and ask yourself, how is my body feeling? Are my shoulders tense? Am I walking on autopilot? Just 3 seconds. That is how you remind your brain to switch off autopilot. When you drink tea, truly feel the warmth of the cup in your hands. When you wash dishes, feel the cool water flowing over your fingers. Do not let these ordinary moments pass in forgetfulness, because life, after all, is woven from these tiny moments. My dear friend, this breath journey was created not just for you to listen to alone, but for us to build a community of seniors living happily, healthily, and mindfully together. If today's video brought you a little peace, a little comfort, I invite you to take a small action to spread this energy. Please press the subscribe button below. Don't see it as subscribing to an entertainment channel. See it as a commitment to self-love. Every time you see my video pop up, it is a reminder for you to return and take care of yourself. I would love to hear your voice. Please leave a comment below. You can share your feelings after the practice, or simply type the words, "I am grateful for this body." Your sharing could be a great source of encouragement for another senior friend who might be reading the comments and feeling lonely. We, who have journeyed past the hill's crest of life, are not alone. We are walking together, holding hands with understanding and compassion. Once again, I am Breath Journey. Thank you for trusting me and allowing me to be your guide for the past 20 minutes. Before we part, I send you an ancient blessing. May you be safe in your body and at ease in your mind. May you accept the limits of aging with a brave and gentle heart. May you have deep sleep and days of full awakening. Do not forget, this body is your only home. Sweep it and love it every day. Goodbye, and I will see you on our next journey.